What's up, guys? I'm LQ. This is the LQ Review. Thank you so much for joining me right here at my YouTube channel. This is where we talk about all the geeky, nerdy stuff that we love to talk about. Movies, video games, comic books, and TV shows. Right now I'm going to talk about the Disney Plus original series Turner and Hooch. I'm a big fan of the original movie with Tom Hanks. Thought it was well done. Thought it was funny. Definitely have a lot of nostalgia for it. And I revisit it every now and then. You know, I've definitely watched it this year in anticipation of the TV show coming out. But it's one that I'll plug in every couple years and just kind of relive one of those fun movie-going experiences from my childhood. So I was definitely looking forward to Turner and Hooch, the show. Now, I thought that it was going to be a straight reboot, and it wasn't that. It's a sequel series. So Tom Hanks's son is the main character in this show, and he gets a dog named Hooch. Tom Hanks's son has a lot of the OCD challenges that his father had. And let's talk about the fate of Tom Hanks's character from the first movie. I hated the fact that they killed him off. Hated it. Now, I get it. Tom Hanks is an expensive actor. Getting him back for a Disney Plus series was probably not in the cards. But I hated the fact that they killed him off. It kind of, I don't know, it kind of made me enjoy the original movie a little less last time I watched it, knowing that he was going to die young. So I didn't like that. All right, let's talk about some of the good stuff, and then I'll talk about some of the bad stuff. All right, some of the good stuff. This is a procedural. I was not expecting it to be a procedural. Every episode has a different storyline in it, and every episode has a different, villain, a different story contained within it, and it's very much like a procedural cop show where they're trying to solve the crime. I think that's a strength for this. I don't think that we have enough procedurals that a wide audience can reach. Either you're into those or you're not. And this is something that I think is a little more accessible for people who aren't into procedurals. I think kids can enjoy this. I think families can enjoy this. So I think, like I said, this is more accessible as procedurals go, as police procedurals go. Each episode is kind of a parody on a property. My favorite episode was A Good Day to Dog Hard. And the entire episode was a Die Hard parody. And it was very self-referential. It knew it was a Die Hard parody, and I really enjoyed that aspect of it. Die Hard being one of my favorite movies, I definitely enjoyed that component of it. You've got Diamonds Are Forever, Furever. Diamonds Are Forever, dog fur. That one was kind of fun. In the line of fur, the furgative. I mean, it's corny, it's campy, but I like the idea of them taking famous movie properties and kind of sending them up in a procedural comedy in the Turner and Hooch world. For whatever reason, I like that. So it being a procedural and it kind of being a self-referential parody of other properties, I've enjoyed all that. What haven't I enjoyed? Well, the guy that plays Turner, what's his name? Who plays Turner? I've kind of blocked it out. Who's the actor? Josh Peck. I knew that. I knew it was Josh Peck. I just couldn't think of it. Josh Peck plays Scott Turner. And I just don't like him in this. I don't like the way he interacts with other people. I don't like the way that he interacts with his love interest. I don't like the way that he interacts with other police officers. I don't like the way he interacts with Hooch. I just don't think he's a very good actor. And he might be a good actor. He's just, for whatever reason, this just does not fit his style. Like, he seems completely out of place in Turner and Hooch. Completely out of place. And maybe it's like my nostalgia for Tom Hanks, but Josh Peck is just completely out of place and feels completely forced in this role. Um, there is also something that I don't care about is a running storyline through the series where his dad was onto something. You know, his dad was onto this big criminal conspiracy. It might even be what got him killed. And I'm just completely disinterested in the running storyline. I'm far more interested in the individual storylines as a police procedure than as than it being having a running storyline involving his deceased father. I'm just completely disinterested in that. I could care less. And as the series progresses, of course, they're spending more and more time with that. There are characters in this, especially Scott's sister, who just make strange decisions that I don't think real people would make. There's reckless decisions going on here. I just something's off for me. Like, I enjoy the fact that it's a police procedural, and I enjoy the parody component of it, but overall, something is just off with me with this show. It feels very cheap. It feels very fan fiction, and that comes right down to the production values. I mean, just everything about this just feels disingenuous. You know, the Mighty Ducks reboot, it felt I felt like that honored the original movies, and I felt like it caught the spirit of the Mighty Ducks. Whereas Turner and Hooch, I just don't feel like it catches any of that. It just feels completely separate from the world that it says it's inhabiting. So I didn't care. I don't really care for this show. I liked the Die Hard episode. I liked the Diamonds Are Forever episode. I liked the Furgitive or whatever. I liked that episode. Most of them missed the mark for me, and most of them missed the mark by quite a bit. So this show just hasn't worked for me overall. You know, I'm going to finish season 1 out. I could care less if they get a season 2. If they get a season 2, I'm probably not going to even watch it. So that's my take on the Turner and Hooch Disney Plus series. Have you been watching it? If so, what have you thought of it? Do you feel the same way I do? Does it just feel kind of fan fiction-y and disingenuous? Let me know in the comments down below what you think of it. I'd love to hear your take on it. While you're down there commenting, make sure you subscribe to my channel. And until next time, we'll see you guys later.